Katya's mother was a physical education teacher, a former athlete, and a master of sports in Sambo. She demanded the highest results from her daughter. That's why private English lessons continued even during quarantine.
The girl didn't want to go to school or see anyone, but her mother didn't notice what was happening to her.
Katya wasn't prepared for her lesson. Her mother called and scolded her over the phone. When she came home, Katya was already hanged.
Lately, the girl's grades had dropped, and teachers began complaining to her mother.
The girl said she couldn't live like this anymore.
There was a note.
They showed me her note. Mom, forgive me, I can't go on like this.
The girl was threatened. She was told that if she told anyone, something bad would happen. She feared a man.
The young man who raped her pursued her. That's why she was depressed and thought she couldn't go on living. Her mother's phone call that day was the last straw.
And unfortunately, she found this way out of the situation.
After the incident, the police interrogated all men who had recently been in contact with the girl. Her stepfather was also under suspicion.
Elmira, I feel the stepfather was not involved in this situation.
The investigators conducted an examination, which concluded the stepfather had not raped the girl. The teacher was arrested.
The main evidence against Mihailo was a molecular genetic examination, according to which he could be implicated in the rape.
The forensic examination concluded that intermediate layer cells were found. And as stated, they could have belonged to Svechichina.
During interrogations, Mihailo confessed to raping the girl 3 times. The last time was the day before her death.
According to the police, Mihailo Martirosov was the last man the girl had contact with before the tragedy. Forensic results show she was raped the day before her death.
My God. Mihailo would never harm anyone.
I feel opinions are divided. Some believe he is guilty, but others don't, thinking he couldn't have done such a thing.
The case went resonant in the mass media and caused a stir throughout the nation, dividing people into 2 camps.
He's calm, balanced, cultured, and intelligent.
I can't say anything bad about him. He's good.
Children loved him.
They adored him.
I don't consider him guilty.
The accused teacher's mother insists on meeting the psychics. She's ready to hear any truth.
Hello. I beg you, please sort this situation out.
I know my son. He would never do such a thing. Never.
The parents raised Mihailo in the best traditions of a religious Armenian family. He grew up, earned a higher education, found a good job, and was respected. He worked at the school where Katya studied until 5th grade and where her mother taught.
He always has a pen in his hand. He's constantly writing.
Here are some of Mihailo's belongings. His cross. And the letters he writes us from prison. They contain all his thoughts.
Looking at these letters, I don't feel aggression. He doesn't resemble a morally corrupt person. I don't see dark thoughts. He treated this girl and the rest of his students well.
Not a single complaint or reprimand in 8 years of working with children. How could such a person commit such a terrible crime?
The forensic psychiatric examination excluded the possibility that Martirosov, by his psychological status and mental condition, was capable of committing violent sexual acts against minors.
I see your son and the girl spending a lot of time together, not at school though. I see a room.
For the last month and a half, the teacher and his students studied in a house belonging to Mihailo's uncle and aunt. Lessons were twice a week, Monday and Friday, from 1 to 2 p.m.
So they were in this biggest room. Where were you during that time?
At home?
You didn't leave?
Never in my life.
I see there's no door here.
There never was.
This is the room where the lessons took place.
Yes.
Mihailo sat here. Katya always sat there.
According to the prosecution, the rape occurred right here on this sofa.
They took the cover from the sofa.
No biological traces were found.
The sofa is so old that if you sit on it, it creaks and cracks loudly. The sound would have been heard by the homeowners.
One would have to be completely insane to commit such acts in the presence of others and in a room without a door.
This man is not guilty. I am certain of it.
Then why did he confess?
He was beaten and forced to confess.
The police beat him so he would take someone else's guilt upon himself.
He said they beat him violently, forcing him to confess and sign everything. He said he had no strength left, so he did as they told him.
According to Mihailo's friends and his lawyer, the suspect told them that police officers beat him, put a bag over his head, and used an electric shocker. The bodily injuries were documented in an official report. Were his statements recorded on video?
Yes, on video cameras. And when asked in court why the camera was interrupted, he said, "That's when they took me out to beat."
The teacher confessed the day after the tragedy. Martirosov's confession video appeared online immediately after the girl's death.
It's still unknown who spread that video.
By law, until a guilty verdict is issued by the court, no one has the right to call someone guilty of a crime or spread such information in the media. This is a gross violation of the presumption of innocence.
On January 12th, the head of the regional police gave an interview saying everything had been proven and correct.
That unfounded statement was made before the forensic results were obtained. Moreover, there are two expert reports. According to the first, Martirosov had no sexual contact, not only with Svechihina, but with any woman. According to the second, swabs contained cells that, in the expert's opinion, could have belonged to the deceased girl.
I think this is falsification.
The biological material was delivered to the cytology expert without a seal. I suspect the packages were repacked.
Your son is innocent. I sense that the real criminal who raped the girl was also detained. But by then, your son was already on trial, so the case was not investigated further.
Because they had already earned promotions.
Right before New Year, they were promoted. And now what? Sorry, we made a mistake. That would be a scandal across Europe.
However, I think justice will prevail because he's really innocent.
I don't want anything. I just want my son back.
But who is the real criminal? Who raped the fifth grader and drove her to suicide? And how is it that he is still free?
The real criminal is older than your son. He's over 35. He kept some belongings of the girl.
According to Svechihina, Katya lost 5 pairs of underwear between mid-November and mid-December.
I feel the girl's hands were tied.
Where did this happen?
On the first floor. I see a room and a bed. If only we could work at the site.
We have the town map.
She knew him. He simply won her trust.
I sense negative energy here.
This is a block away from where Katya lived.
I feel the perpetrator lives nearby, next door. He still lives there.
It's impossible to believe. The criminal is free, living nearby, and possibly hunting other children.
I sense the number 4. 4 more children have suffered because of this man.
As it turned out, a few months after Katya's death, in spring, When Mikhailo Martirosov had already been labeled a pedophile and held in pretrial detention, a mother of one of the students reported that an adult man had approached her 5th-grade daughter on her way home from school and invited her to his house.
He invited her to his place and asked her if she'd ever had sex before, assuring her everything would be fine. The mother went to the police. Together with officers and relatives, they arrived at the appointed place. That man was detained.
He was arrested, and a search was conducted.
In his apartment, they found child pornography, contraceptives, hair, and children's underwear.
He lived right next to Katya's house. They were practically neighbors. And later, in his phone, police found phone numbers and photos of other children from our school.
From the gymnasium?
Yes, girls from the same class.
But the man was released, allegedly due to lack of direct evidence, which is at the very least strange.
This is mind-bending. After the trial, the mother of the girl who identified the real pedophile is afraid to give any comments. She also refused to speak to us.
People are afraid of the police. We all need to live and work in this town.
If nothing is done, the number of victims will increase. If not stopped, this monster could destroy the lives of many more girls.
3 months after the psychics conducted their investigation, Mikhailo Martirosov was released right in the courtroom. The appellate court concluded that there was insufficient evidence of guilt and sent the case for further investigation.